Andy Katz here for NCAA.com and March Madness in our March Madness bunker, looking at the three most intriguing games on Thursday in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Let's start with Marquette taking on Murray State. Now, I went with Murray State in large part because I want to pick an upset and John Morant is on the Racers. But here's why, if you want to go with Marquette, there's good reason. Marcus Howard, he can go for 30 or 40 or who knows, even 50 points in this game. They got the Hauser brothers. They've got more scorers than Murray State. Now, Murray State probably has the best defender in this game in Shaq Buchanan. Now, the game is in Hartford. You would think that certainly Marquette may have a little bit of an advantage. They play in the Big East, a little proximity there for their fan base. Still like Murray State, like the upset pick, but there's a lot of good reasons to go with Marquette in this basketball game. My second most intriguing game is in Jacksonville between Yale and LSU. Now, I kind of surprised everyone because I went with Yale out of the Ivy. They've got one of the better players in the country that few people know about, in Miye Oni. He was maybe the best player in the Ivy League, and they won the Ivy League tournament at home, beating their rival Harvard. This is a disciplined Yale team, but maybe the best team that James Jones has had. And momentum may be on their side, going against a team that could be team turmoil in LSU. Their head coach, Will Wade, is not coaching. They certainly have had issues over the course of this season, but they've got talent. And I can see why you'd want to go with LSU based on that. Naz Reid is going to be the best inside player on the floor. Tremont Waters, who, by the way, is from Connecticut, he certainly could be the best guard on the floor. They've got more talent. The question is, will they have their heads straight? Will they get over the fact they did not win the SEC tournament after winning the regular season title? If all that works in their favor, LSU should win, but I still like Yale in an upset. My third most intriguing game is between Auburn and New Mexico State. Both teams like to shoot the three-pointer. Auburn coming off the victory over Tennessee to win the SEC tournament title. I went with Auburn. A lot of momentum with the Tigers, but here's why I could see you going with New Mexico State. The Aggies have won 19 in a row, and this game is in Salt Lake City at altitude. New Mexico State much more familiar playing at altitude, and for Auburn, fatigue could become a factor if the altitude gets to them. They're not used to playing at that high in altitude, and maybe the three won't fall as well for them. And if this game gets tight late, then certainly New Mexico State could pull off the upset. So those are my three most intriguing games in the first round on Thursday in the NCAA tournament.